practice. And I think what we hear a lot about is this idea of evidence-based practice, but the reality is a lot of what we're doing is actually evidence-informed. And so there are some very key distinctions. So the first one is evidence-informed is, there's some evidence in the literature, there's been some research that suggests that by doing this thing, it's going to have a beneficial impact. The evidence-based practice would be then taking that literature, implementing it into your organization and measuring that that is still the same and that it's effective, right? So we're actually building the base of that evidence through that continuous evaluation to what Catherine was saying. So I think for me, that's really important, is that the first step here is really to think through, before we implement anything, how are we going to measure its effectiveness? Because quite often what I see is organizations, they'll go and, do their risk assessment, put controls in place, and then 12 months later, they go, well, how do we know if it's worked or not? So how do we actually think about that evaluation plan prior to implementation so that we can get some baseline metrics to assess whether it is or is not working?